Thinks they better than us.
Yeah, we're the only people, all these grown people here in North America, because it's been exported, but that anomaly is mainly here in North America. We are the only people that keep on insisting, thinking that human beings are different shades of crayons. Rest of the world looking at you like you out the damn lunch.
Mental slavery.
No, and then we try to defend it. If somebody try to correct us, we're attacking them or their organization, not recognizing what brands are, because they don't do research, and therefore be thinking brands are only things that are burned on you. They don't know that brands is also a name, i.e. that's why it's important for people to even study, say as an example, the Dred Scott case, which is the most important slave case ever to come before the Supreme Court of the United States. And then people start looking at it and start talking about prejudice and talk about Taney, the racist judge and everything. And when if they pay attention to the docket number, it says plaintiff in error. Then if they do the research, the subject matter was absolutely valid in his argument about the Missouri Compromise, etc. Even with slavery not being in other corporate states, etc. The issue was his status. And so if you just look at it objectively, you recognize he failed by claiming to be Dred Scott, which is an Englishman, because he ain't Scott. You can't use the name of another nation and start talking about, I got rights, because the right comes from your honor of your mothers and fathers. And if you don't honor your mothers and your fathers, no man has any obligation to honor you, because the law comes from your mothers and your fathers, because they put their trust in those names. And since you don't trust it, you don't believe it, fine, you ain't got no rights. And we sitting around talking about colors, and they're just taking advantage of our ignorance. You understand? That's why all the leader guys that from our community, you understand, while they talking trash and talking about Jesus and Allah and love and everything, secretly they be going to lodge. Oh yeah, learn about the mountaintop. And with the eye of Allah, because they seen the promised land, because they know the land belonged to you. But instead of the promise, they give you a mortgage on your own land. And mortgage means debt promise, which you'll never fulfill it, then they take it back under his cheating. And this is how they've been taking all the land and property from us. That's why we need to learn what does cheating mean, how government structure, how it operates, so that you can begin to counter it. You know what, like this, if you teach me to box, right? And you say, Taji guy, man, keep up your left. No, man, I'm just, I'm pretty, man, like this, And then, and I go, man, he hit me, the ref hit me with his sneak, man. You said, no, he just doubled up with it. And ego really gets us in trouble. And we need to understand that the world is run with discipline, not beliefs, not feelings, not emotions. You understand? We're not going to march our asses out of this, and we ain't going to pray our asses out of this. We're going to be thinking our asses out of this, and working our asses out of this, and loving each other our asses out of this.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
They have some Native Americans publicly coming forth trying to downplay our role in being the original mound builders and whatnot.
Oh, I can understand that. Now, when you do, let me give you some keys. And this is respect to the brothers too, because we're all family. They and we are one. And we're talking about divisions or power games that you see that's being played. And this is why I say people need to know world history so they don't get caught up in emotionalism. And then you already know, so I don't really have to kind of beat your head about it, because I already know when we leave here that you will quickly go get the information. You go look up the Mauryan dynasty, Mauryan, Nanda, Gupta dynasty in what is called Hindustan, that they call India. All right? You go look up the records engraved in England. In the museums, the shipping records of Columbus. You go that 8th grade test that we booked up from Kansas of Europeans, where they made up the name Native American and made up the name Indian, but they know that we are not. As soon as you agree to be that, you put yourself under their jurisdiction. Do you understand? This is why and how they've divided us against each other. See, I'm a Native American, so therefore I got sovereignty, and you ain't my brother, and all that kind of dumb crap. They under his jurisdiction. That's why they can't make a casino without paying his European tax. Oh, come on, please. Talk about sovereignty. Well, where's the passport? Come on, man, please. Now the deal is what is happening is that we've fallen into this tribalism and not recognize our own nation. I'm Cherokee. I don't sit around talking about I'm Cherokee and Blackfoot. It's my family. But I already know those are brand names that the European created. Cherokee, that's Anayanwea. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I'm not confused about that, but I'm not sitting around there arguing about Cherokee. I know the nation is the Moorish Empire. You understand what I'm saying? Now, our tribalism is really what caused a lot of our own fall. And if you'll see, every time we play this tribal game, he breaks every tribal treaty, every last one of them. And yet the world's longest running treaty is what? Provable information. Look it up for yourself. Is the Moroccan Treaty of 1787 superseded by the Treaty of 1836, which is the world's longest running treaty and the one that the great heirs won't enforce because they insist on being black. And that's it. And here it is. And that's why a lot of times when we even talk about the treaty, and you do this because I know you can analyze this, you'll analyze this. That's why when we did the treaty, when we expose the treaty, that we always do the preamble to the treaty where we show the people that Benjamin Franklin, Tom Jefferson, and John Adams were ministers plenipotentiary under the Sultan of Morocco before the adoption of this Constitution, before Georgie was even smelling that office. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now you understand why they all must be Masons. Now that's documented. And then people sit around there, they don't know we Moors. Oh, please. That's why we took them to Alexandria, Virginia to show them these Europeans wearing your fez with Ill and Bay on it. Because they keep debating with us, and then other people trying to sell them packages with a Clock of Destiny, trying to make it seem like they own this thing. This is your birthright, no matter what organization it comes from. You understand? I can't own it, and no one else can own it. Temple can't own it. All Noble Drew did is brought it and made you conscious of it. Now what you want to do with it?
That's right.
Our interest is to get organized and exercise it. That's what it is. You understand? Don't get caught in throwing the baby out with the bathwater because we piss off at each other. That's why we fell anyway, because as soon as we get together, everybody want to be the chief. See the brother over here, he ain't the sovereign because I'm the sovereign, man, because see, I'm Cherokee. Boy, that's the tribe. That's like in the corporate world, like saying, I'm New York. You from Philly. Oh no, you ain't that. Boy, we the same people. What? You don't get this. We are so naive, so childish, so trite, so petty, and the European laughing all the way to the bank. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? We ain't Indians. They called us that, but we ain't Indians. They just thought they got a hold of the trade. That's why they had to go around Cape Hope. You ask any brothers flew in from Morocco about 201.
When was that? Cape Hope?
When the Europeans were trying to get to India.
They showed that in 2012.
Yes, that's the whole point. Because they was trying to get where?
We in Cape Hope.
They was trying to get to India, which is why when they hit the islands and the Bahamas, they thought they were in India. Because when you trace their records, you'll see that Moors navigated the Nino.
Got 3 ships too.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Why? Because they thought the world was flat. Because soon as they got offshore and seen a dolphin, mutiny's next. One of the hardest things they had was keeping the crew together, because as soon as they see a whale, it's really over. Captain's in trouble. And then they're going to convince you that they done brought millions of us here when they thought the world was flat. We're full of it. We was already here. You understand what I'm saying to you? And we're the ancient ones. And Anasazi means ancient ones. It's not the identity. Washita or Wichita, we're the most ancient people on the planet. But that doesn't mean we weren't by other names. But the latest government under which these tribes here fell is the Moroccan Empire, sometimes listed in world history as the Ottoman Empire. That's why when you go into treaty laws, it'll talk about Egypt, which is the capital empire of the Moroccan Empire, and all other former parts of the empire. It'll tell you right there in the law.
We stand here several hours away from Thanksgiving. Can you break down the turkeys as a correlation?
Now you know why they call the bird turkey, because we're the Turks.
Turks.
Because we're the ones that kept them in check. It wasn't really something that they ate that bird. Most of us didn't even eat that bird because the bird's a buzzard. It is a
They got the
buzzard.
red.
No, That bird is a buzzard. They named the turkey in qualification that on that day they poisoned a lot of chakrams. And it ain't like we sit around and have some meals. Bull. Do you understand? You need to understand, and it doesn't mean that this time in the Nova period is not a celebration for us, because it's harvest celebration according to the clock. You understand? It's just that they're not doing things necessarily in contrary with nature. They're just renaming a lot of the days of the sun that you call holy days, and then we reject them because we think it's his. He ain't got no culture. He's just imitating us. And it doesn't take anything from him, so don't get angry at him because we taught him. That's what the Renaissance is. That's why people need to understand the Renaissance so they can understand masonry. And while the Europeans stole a lot of things from us, we can't just say he stole everything because we taught him. We made him.